Hi everybody, I'm Feeonnaa. Hi everybody, I'm mad. Why are you mad, they ask? I'm mad because this is now part 4 of a hydro install that should have been finished in 3 videos, and I'm already foreseeing something stopping me from finishing it today. But I'm going to press ahead because I've now got 2 weeks today for my first drift event. Well, it's a learner day because I don't know how to drift, but 2 weeks to get this car ready for a learner drift event. And I have a couple of things to tick off, and the hydro is one of them. So here we go with part 4. I feel really short in this car without a seat. I can't even see over the dash. Anyway, so the hydro's in. Mounted up, bolted down, painted up, sharp edges taken away, all the good things. It's exactly where it needs to be because it doesn't fit anywhere else. But the junction down the back to here, that's one task today. The other task is a fluid reserve. I actually don't want a reserve next to me because that's in my elbow space. So I've been to the wreckers, I've picked up some parts. And I plan to run a remote reservoir for this, but we'll see how we go, eh? Okay, there's that junction. Alright, so if we use the factory lines from the parts car, and why not, do it every other time, we can run the factory line which above that subframe follows all the other lines along with the fuel lines into this valley, which then runs down to the front of the car. But we don't need to go all the way to the front of the car. We only need to go sort of here, and then we need to poke through up into the cabin. Alright, so yes, I worked out the best spot, so I've drilled a hole. Now we need to push our lines through and try and connect up to that junction. Alright, junction, following it through, zip ties into that channel, and then it cuts out just short of the back inside. It's one done, well, almost. Yeah, I need to put a plug on the end of that. I don't know that I have one as yet, so I'll sort that out. I'll go looking. If I can't find one, I'm going to have to buy one. Move on to the fluid reservoir. I've got this from the local wrecker yard. I'm going to plumb that up on the other side of here, and then run another line down to here. Alright, so in the back of the ute, just minding its own business, we've got our hydro reserve and feed that goes through the back there, and then on the other side our joiner that runs a line down through and into the hydro master. So that's one done. It's just that fitting, I don't have it. Hi everybody, I'm Feeonnaa again. Yes, I know I cracked the shits yesterday. I cracked the shits big time. Yes, it's tomorrow, logically. Now, I stopped videoing yesterday because I didn't have one of the fittings I needed. In fact, I actually had a lot of trouble getting that fitting in the end, which sounds strange, but let me catch you up with what I've done, because I've done most of it. Alright, so our reserve feeds in through the back wall, comes up in, then we have our hydro and then we have the feed going out and around to a joiner, and then that zip tied travels out to the back. So yes, it's all essentially done. The problem I had was with this fitting here. I didn't have that fitting at all, and I ended up going to a shop actually, had to buy one. Yes, me buy one. And they couldn't really do one either. They mocked one up, but then they had to put it on a bit of line because of the way they did it, which means I had to buy a joiner to join into the line I had running. But that's all run now. With that in place, I was able to head down the back and bleed the brake calipers. Alright, so I finished installing the lines. We bled the calipers, we ran the hydro, and then we had a problem. And I say we because I got help. 2 people when you're bleeding clutches and brakes. Use 2 people. Seriously. The problem was that the calipers that I were using were seized, and so they wouldn't bleed, and it was frustrating me. I'll tell you now, it was really frustrating me, and I ended up having to go down to the local pick-apart, the local wreckers yard, and grab 2 new or second-hand calipers. So now I have 2 calipers on the junk heap and 4 in the car. So it's all done now, in fact, but as a part of the bleeding process, the handle, the person pulling the handle pulled a little bit too much, and one of the mountings broke, so I've had to shore that up as well. But better here than out on drift day where I might not have the tools to do so. So with that, let's have a look and see how it goes. So we're in the car, handles are ready, we're on stands. I'm not going to do a skid down the street because, well, would you really? Well, maybe you would, I wouldn't. So, car sounds like it's running alright. I've warmed it up a little bit, so in first gear, the wheels are spinning. I just put a little corner view of the wheels so you can see them spinning. So you can see they spin quite well. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to run them up to, I don't know, 40, 50 k's, whatever's appropriate. I clutch in, pull the hydro, go from there. First of all, let's have a look. So first gear, clutch in. Second gear. Third gear. Clutch in. I think it works. Anyway, that's it from me today. I hope you have a good one. Bye.